Crawford, Traylor, Benjamin, and Cliff Reed for New Mexico State. DePaul with Davis, Howard, Booth, Kleinschmidt, and Nathan on the court. Traylor, nice move in the paint, fouled by Howard. That'll be his first. Denny Crum, a little popcorn. Later he won't have time to eat. His team takes on Wake Forest in the first of our 2 games coming up tonight. And that should be a good one as the 8th and 9th seeds get together. Hickman sits, and Malcolm Leak will come back in.
Eric Traylor, a 6'7" junior out of Malvern, Arkansas, went to Westark JC. His all-tournament Big West, had 19 points, 11 rebounds against the final game against Pacific.
He's been kind of quiet offensively today, but he has all 3 of his points this half. If the name Traylor rings a bell, if you're a football fan, his brother Keith plays for the Denver Broncos. And he's got 4 points on the half. It's a 14-point New Mexico State lead. Take me out to the ball. Harry Carey's here today. We got a lot of people watching this West Regional. Harry out here with the Cubs. There's a very familiar face to basketball fans. Ray Meyer, 22 years.
My dad.
Coach, your dad, everybody says.
Yeah, they all thought he was my dad.
All alone underneath. Stephen Howard, he's got 10.
The 3 guys that scored double figures for DePaul, Davis, Howard, and Booth, and Howard is the only one that has reached double figures for them.
New Mexico State has passed the wealth around as far as their scoring. Here's a guy that can pass it just about any direction. Sam Crawford. Traylor. Crawford penetrates. 15 on the shot clock as Traylor put one up. Almost a steal by Leak. Tough shot by Booth. It's down to 10.
Big guys starting to make a move right now. Howard and Booth. Booth with 12 points, Howard with 10.
Crawford. 3 won't go. DePaul trying to get it down to single digits, and they do. 14-15 to go in this West Regional first-round game, and DePaul, having trailed by 14, they've cut it down to 52-44. With Ann Myers, I'm Brad Nessler, and the Blue Demons making a run, Annie.
Mexico State has played great defense against the Blue Demons, but they've gotten back in by being patient themselves on defense and making the Aggies play a little bit on offense.
Traylor, offensive foul. Another turnover against the Aggies. Neil McCarthy's club led at 1 point by 15 in the first half, 14 in the second half, and now it's an 8-point ball game. With 15, make it 13, 53 to play. 52-44, Aggies in front.
Arthur.
Snags you a trout and gives you bear hugs. He could be just another animal.
Arthur?
All new Northern Exposure Monday.
From University Activities Center in Tempe, Arizona, New Mexico State still leading DePaul with 13:53 to play, but the Blue Demons on a 6-0 run have cut into that 14-point lead. It's down to 8 now as we take a look at our game summary. Sam Crawford's been brilliant at the point for New Mexico State. DePaul starting to warm up just a little bit from the field, and they're hoping to force a few more turnovers and get back in this game. Doherty all alone. Around a double team, Booth's got another one.
David Booth has been the reason he's 4 of 5 in this second half. In the first half, he missed his last 6 shots and was 3 of 8.
So it's 8 straight DePaul points. Sam Crawford rattled it off the glass a little too hard. You just knew DePaul would make a run, and here it comes with just over 13 minutes to play. we see the Aggies come back out in that zone. Booth's been red hot. Howard keeps it alive. DePaul turns it over. Crawford. Foul on his way. And the foul will be on Doherty.
Foul is on number 11, Joe Doherty. His first.
Neil McCarthy in his 7th year and in his 3rd straight NCAA appearance. And always this team has played Ann Myers in the shadow of UNLV, and that shadow is getting shorter here today.
2 shots.
Much.
This guy's been a big part of it. Sam Crawford, 11 points and 9 assists. Perfect from the free throw line is Sam Crawford, and it's back to an 8-point lead.
Coming out of that timeout, New Mexico State has dropped back into the zone. I was wondering how long they were going to stay in that man-to-man. That's how DePaul was able to make that run.
That opened up the inside more. The inside was still there, but Booth's a little too deep on his own baseline. He still got it in.
What a shot. 4 guys on him, and he's able to go up.
Booth with 10 this half, 18 for the ball game. 54-48, New Mexico State. The foul will go on Kleinschmidt.
Here's a great look down low. Booth all by himself, and the ball just goes through his hands, but good presence right there to hold on to it. And he is so tall and slight, and he goes straight up, and a nice shot.
Booth has DePaul's last 8 points. 6-point ball game with 12-11 remaining as you check some of the other action going on this Friday afternoon. Benjamin's got it on top. Trailer just inside the 3-point line. Boy, he picked a big time for his first jumper to go. 56-48. And a foul outside on William Benjamin. Second foul on Benjamin.
Number 21, William Benjamin. His second.
4th team foul on New Mexico State.
William Benjamin, the only returning starter for Neil McCarthy's team last year.
Well, let's see if Booth gets his hands on it again. No, it's going to be Howard instead. Cleared out by Benjamin. Reed missed. Got it back. And he's fouled. There were some serious passes in that last 20 seconds.
This has been a great game. New Mexico State always makes that extra pass, and it always seems like it's not too many, even though when it's down low. Sometimes you can overpass, but the Aggies just seem like a team that really knows to go to the right player, and Jeff Stern's going to come back into the game and give Stephen Howard a rest. But I tell you, the Aggies are something as far as their passing.
And New Mexico State's been brilliant at the free throw line with just 1 miss. And that was Cliff Reed earlier, and he just missed the second one. 4 rebounds to go with his 12 points. Stolen away by Doherty. 3-on-2 DePaul. Doherty finishes it. And now it's a 6-point game again at 56-50. This is the first of 4 here in the West. Later on tonight we've got Louisville and Wake Forest, UCLA and Robert Morris. Big one in the East. Princeton and Syracuse. Everybody wondering if Princeton can pull off a stunner.
Stern got a piece of that ball.
To try to make it a 4-point game. Booth fouled on his way by Trailer.
Seems things have opened up a little bit more for DePaul as far as the running game, and New Mexico State not getting back as quick on defense, and DePaul getting the ball inside.
Hickman will check back in, and Leak will go out for the Aggies. And to the free throw line will be David Booth, who has been the majority of the DePaul offense in this half. 10 points in the half, 18 for the game.
Booth and Howard were first-team Great Midwest players this year.
From the free throw line, Booth normally is 78% free throw shooter. He's led this team in scoring 12 times. Today would make him the 13. He got the second. And it's a 5-point New Mexico State lead. It was 14 at one point in this half.
DePaul has been able to change things up for themselves offensively, I think, because New Mexico State went into that man-to-man defense and really kind of opened things up. They're going to call a foul on Doherty off the ball at half court. But New Mexico State hasn't been getting the shots either that they were in the first half as far as the penetration, and DePaul has been stopping that with their defense.
That last foul, neither Joe or Joey could believe. Unbelievable is what he just said to Larry Rose, one of the officials. Sam Crawford at the line.
Well, Doherty and Nathan have been trying tremendously to guard Sam Crawford off the ball, and they want to guard him so he doesn't get the ball. But Crawford is so smart. Watch how he uses his body, and it's not much contact right there. On the last possession earlier, there was more contact, but he tries to get the defense behind him and uses his body.
Schmidt comes off with the miss. In a 6-point ball game, we approach the 10-minute mark. Doherty! That's his answer for that last foul call, I guess. 57-54. Reed got in too low. He's down and hurt. And Hickman with a steal. Reed still down on the baseline. Here's a look at Reed's drive, and his knee apparently banged with Stearns. That's what it looked like, didn't it, Ann?
It sure did. That's one of the reasons you wear knee pads. I know a lot of guys don't like to do it, but getting the pros like a Magic Johnson, he sure went to him quick.
Cliff Reed in a lot of pain. Stephen Howard's going to come back in for DePaul. And David Booth will get a rest with 10:07 to go in this first game of 4 from Tempe, Arizona in the West Regional. Yet to come, the Sooners against the Ragin' Cajuns of southwestern Louisiana. And then tonight, it'll be Louisville and Wake Forest and UCLA against Robert Morris. What do you think of our second game today, Ann? Oklahoma and the Ragin' Cajuns. That should be fun to watch.
Well, it's going to be run and gun. Southwestern Louisiana likes to run, maybe not as much as Oklahoma, who leads the nation in scoring, but they were pretty loose in practice, and they were getting up. So both teams are very athletic as far as the things they do. Oklahoma maybe not with their big man, Salye, out with a knee injury, so they're going to have to rely on their outside game a little bit more.
Speaking of getting up and knee injuries, getting up and hobbling to the bench with a bad wheel is Cliff Reed, who's had a good game for the Aggies.
Cliff Reed has been very strong down low, not only offensively as far as the boards, but defensively he's done a very good job.
Coleman comes in to take his spot. They lose a little size, maybe have a little more speed with this group. Crawford, Traylor, Coleman, Benjamin. And Hickman, who's got it inside. Hickman's been pretty tough, 10 points. The lead back to 5. DePaul on a 16-7 run, though, the last 5 minutes. Howard. Benjamin clears it off. Sounded like Tarzan under the boards.
You know who yelled on that one?
I'm not sure. Sam Crawford. Got fouled as he got in low.
That's a tough call right there. DePaul was standing on defense, and they're going to call it technical on the bench. Joey Meyer can't understand why.